It's a D4 district semi from Caledonia, Ohio, River Valley High School, where the Vikings look to make it 15 straight and a shot at the district title on Sunday. And the Warriors of Eastmoor are looking for number 3, and they're looking to pull off the upset. You'll be able to watch all the action live and free right here on the OH Report. Next.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Josh Banks welcomes you inside the Mathews family of dealerships pregame show alongside Mark Bollinger for this D4 district semi between the Vikings of River Valley and the Warriors of Eastmoor Academy. It should be an interesting one tonight, Mark.
It should be really interesting to see how these teams match up. Eastmoor is going to come in from the Columbus City League sporting a record of 500. They're going to give some unique challenges to River Valley. We'll talk about that when we look at our players of the game, keys to the game, but this is a game that River Valley should be able to take care of if they play well.
Let's jump right into it. We got about 7 minutes before tip, so let's jump straight into talking about those teams and players. First, about the Eastmoor Academy Warriors, led by head coach James Miranda. You said it yourself, 11-11, 7-7 in the Columbus League, not the Akron City. They've won 2 out of their last 3. They're looking to get above 500, and they score it well at almost 59 points a game, but they also allow 55.
Well, the thing about Eastmoor is you look at their record, and it's really deceiving. Yes, they won 11 games, but you look at their wins and the competition that they've played. They have 10 wins against teams like Marion Franklin, Briggs, Independence, West, Whitehall, teams that all were 4 wins or less on the season. And a lot of those teams were in the City League, so they beat them multiple times. They have not beaten anybody in the state of Ohio that's over 500. So their wins have come against really bad teams. Their losses, obviously, against teams that should have beat them. This is a team tonight that River Valley should beat.
And we thoroughly expect that. But I tell you what, we talked about it beforehand. They got a young man on this Eastmoor squad. He's listed as 6'8", and he's only a sophomore. Dakar Moultrie. He leads the team in points per game, rebounds per game, and blocks per game.
Well, when I saw Dakar a couple of weeks ago when they played Watterson, what I saw was a 6'8" young man who is just extremely raw. He has great size, great length, but he only goes about 160, 165 pounds. He really struggled with physical play. They easily were able to push him off the block and create some issues with him. He is the
one with the ball
really,
right now.
He is a really talented guy, but he just needs to develop a little bit. Look for River Valley to be physical with him and for him to struggle because he's not a guy that can catch and face and score. He has to get to the rim over his left shoulder and finish on easies, but most importantly, he gets a lot of points just off of offensive rebounds, and he's the only guy that goes to the glass for Eastmoor.
Offensive rebounds are going to be huge for him tonight, but on the defensive side of things is where it's going to be really fun to watch. Not very often that we get to see in our area somebody that averages almost 5 blocks a game. We haven't seen this kind of size locally this year, so it's going to be interesting to see the adaptation that Coach Brown has in place to kind of cater to their ability and to offset his shot blocking.
But what's going to happen tonight compared to teams that they've played in the past is they're playing a team that loves to light it up from the perimeter. So when River Valley drives in, Moultrie steps over to block a shot. Instead of the shot going up and getting blocked, watch that ball get kicked out to the corner and then either a corner 3 or an extra pass to a wing 3. River Valley is going to shoot a lot of threes. He's not going to get an opportunity to block many shots tonight.
And let's go ahead and talk about those River Valley Vikings. Led by head coach Rodney Brown, they are 21-2 on the year. They finished 13-1 in the MOAC, an outright MOAC title, a sectional title. They're looking to go down to Columbus, to Otterbein Sunday and compete for a district title, and this is the squad that's going to do it almost 70 points a game, and they only allow 46.
Well, this is a team that, as we've said all season long, we've covered them, they will absolutely run you off the court. Their transition game is as good as it gets in this area. They love to get out and go, cause turnovers, shoot the 3 off of those turnovers, and their ability to go on big runs is what has separated them from so many teams this year. We'll talk about that in a few minutes because that is a weakness of Eastmoor. Look for River Valley to get some huge 8-0, 10-0, 12-0 runs in this game tonight.
And if River Valley is going to do it, it's going to be on the shoulders of their assist leader, the all-time assist leader in River Valley history, Mr. Chase Ebert. All-time assist leader, District 11 Coaches Association Player of the Year, 10.4 points a game, 6 assists, 1.7 steals. The 10.4 points doesn't jump off the stat sheet at you, but as a senior in high school, averaging 6 assists per contest shows you how much he loves to get his teammates involved.
Well, I think the thing about Chase that makes him so unique is those 10 points are usually points that you need at crucial points in the game. Whether it's, getting deep in the third quarter and it's a little closer than you might think, he'll come up with a big play, get to the basket and score. He'll turn you over, get a layup. Those are when he gets those points. He is just an outstanding player. I know going into the District 11 Coaches Association, it was already a done deal. There were so many coaches. I mean, there's not a ton of coaches in that district, but the coaches that were in the district I know had already made it known, even last year, that they thought Chase was the guy that stirred the drink, and there was no doubt he was going to be District 11 Coaches Association Player of the Year this year, an honor he rightly deserved.
All right, folks, we got 2 minutes to tip. We're going to step away and take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have our keys to victory and starting lineups right here live and free on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Josh Banks back inside our Mathews family of dealerships pregame show alongside Mark Bollinger. And Mark, we're getting ready for tip. They're getting ready to introduce the lineups. So before we meet starters for both squads, let's go ahead and talk about keys to victory for both teams. First, for those visiting Warriors of Eastmoor Academy. For me, perimeter defense. We know that they're going to have to win or force River Valley inside. You cannot let Chase Smith, Carter Myers, Sawyer Weston, and Chase Ebert get hot from the outside, because that's when they're one of the best teams in the state of Ohio.
Well, yeah, and River Valley has proven it all year long. If they're making threes, you're in big trouble. You've got to run them off the three-point line, make them score from inside that line. And unfortunately for Eastmoor, that's something they really struggle with, is they give up a lot of open threes. Not a good formula for this matchup tonight.
And we're going to flip things over to those Vikings of River Valley, and let's take a look at their keys to victory. And, hey, we talked about perimeter defense. They're going to have to knock it down from downtown. They struggled. Yes, they beat Krista away the other night, but they only made 4 threes in that contest. They're going to have to shoot it at a much higher clip tonight if they want to stay in this tournament.
And I think they're going to get those opportunities. I think, with having seen Eastmoor, they're going to get, River Valley's going to get the looks they want. It's just a matter of if they can get shots to go in. For most of the season, they have done that, so look for them to do that. And as you said, huge advantage here. District semifinal. They're playing at home. It's not a neutral site. It's not at the Fairgrounds Coliseum with the completely different shooting background that really impacts three-point shooters. They're at home, and have they been absolutely dominant in this gymnasium.
11-0 on their home floor this year. They are unblemished inside their high school gym. And the advantage of hosting a district semifinal here is absolutely tremendous for these Vikings as we got a packed house here tonight, and it's 98% River Valley fans.
Yeah, and and that's unfortunately one of the things that I guess bothers me about the change in the Central District is playing the home games at this level. And talking to former players, former coaches, and watching games online, stuff like last night, I just think the neutral site where you bring in 4 schools is just so awesome of an environment where you get to see back-to-back games, 4 teams in there playing, a mixture of 4 schools, having fans there. I just like that a lot more than the home court advantage, and I think it really does a disservice to the underdogs. For River Valley, it's great news. They're really good here. Take advantage of the system and let it roll tonight.
And let's go ahead, Mark, if you don't mind, introduce us to those Warriors of Eastmoor Academy.
Well, what you're going to see from Eastmoor in the starting lineup is King Moody. He is a 5'11 senior lefty guard. Made his first 3 of the night against Watterson, didn't make anything after that. Number 2, Gabe Wooden, 5'11 senior. He's the guy that's going to have the ball in his hands most of the night. Real composed, real solid point guard. He's a little bit left side dominant. They really like to play the left side of the floor. So we'll see if River Valley tries to push him to the right. Real solid, tough, strong point guard. Number 4, Stephon Simpkins. He's the scorer, 6'3 junior, likes to attack the rim. And then we talked about Moultrie a little bit, long and thin, offensive rebounder. He likes to get to the glass and score. And then number 34, Jeremiah Douglas, 5'10 senior. He is, well, he's not starting tonight. He is usually pretty thick, good player. Instead, it's going to be J.D. Broomfield, the sophomore, is going to get the start tonight. Eastmoor needs to get off to a good start and believe a little bit. If not, River Valley could run them right out of the gym.
And we're away, and Eastmoor will win the opening tip into the hands of Simpkins. Simpkins, top of the key, moves it over. That's Moody.
And you're going to see a lot of patience from Eastmoor. They're not what you might expect out of a Columbus City League team as far as they're willing to move the ball, but then they do that.
Chase Smith comes away with the steal. He'll float. How about that shot from Chase Smith?
And that's what Eastmoor, unfortunately for them, will do. They'll run a good set for a few minutes, but then they can't sustain it and they turn it over. And again, trying to set the ball screen, just Owen Osting physically just pushing Moultrie farther out on the court than he wanted.
Ends up in the hands of Moody. Lefty will pull up from the corner. No good. All offensive rebound, though, for Broomfield. Gets it out top. That's Wooden.
And Eastmoor's going to have to attack there. As we said, they're not a good three-point shooting team. River Valley can be aggressive, but pack it in.
Moultrie gets it back to Wooden. Broomfield on the cut through. Nobody stayed with him, and he's going to finish the layup.
Well, River Valley thought they were going to get a switch. They didn't switch, and it led to the open shot. There's the shot blocker you talked about. Eastmoor again with the basketball. This is a team it's really interesting. They played Watterson tight for a little bit, and they've played other good teams tight, but then they will absolutely just crumble at times and give up huge runs. They get a foul there. But the night I saw them against Watterson, they were in a close game, and all of a sudden it was a 12-0 Watterson run, and then it expanded to where it was a 24-2 run. Eastmoor didn't run any special sets, didn't call any timeouts. If you give up a run like that tonight to River Valley, even an 8 or 10-point run, it's game over.
As you see our Marion County Now free throw zone, Moultrie unable to knock down the first.
And another weakness of Eastmoor, they shoot it really poorly from the free throw line, just 51% as a team. Moultrie has a lot of attempts on the year, but he's about a 44% free throw shooter.
The second one's up, and he'll knock down number 2. It's 3-2 Eastmoor. Ebert has it for the Vikings.
Eastmoor doesn't really get pressed, just token pressure.
Weston a little long. Owen Osting with the offensive rebound. Finds Carter Myers. He can't finish. Moultrie's going to come away with the board, and they're going to get Osting on the foul.
Well, good job by the Vikings getting on the offensive glass. Able to get 3 chances at it. But again, look for the Viking pressure to start to cause trouble over time. And for Eastmoor, if they start to struggle a little bit, when they go to the bench, they don't have a lot of help there. They drop off significantly on those bench players.
Broomfield has it, gets it to Wooden. Looking to get it down low to Moody, and they'll throw it away.
They're going to get the hold. It was going to be a turnover, but River Valley, Chase Smith had a hold of the jersey on the back side. You could see it. The Vikings play physical defense. And so far, the first 3 minutes, the officials are calling that defense that they've let go a lot of the year. And turnover, travel there by Simpkins. Second turnover of the night for the Eastmoor Academy. Again, token pressure, just clear out. But the first 2.5 minutes, the tempo is what Eastmoor wants. Good look there, and foul called on Eastmoor.
As you'll see it on the Krista real estate agency replay, Myers finds Osting, he gets fouled, and now you're going to see
foul called on Eastmoor.
It's going to be, well, off this set, River Valley likes to go to Chase Smith in the corner for a 3. Normally they might look to Carter Myers for the lob first, but with the length of Moultrie, not sure the lob will be there. So look for Smith coming to the corner for the 3. Instead they get it.
Myers.
Got the lob. Moultrie didn't see it.
Stolen away now. Ebert's got it. Chase Smith gets it down low. Myers comes away. Ebert outside. Chase Ebert's got a 3-ball.
Well, that's what we talked about. He makes big shots when it counts.
Simpkins has it for Eastmoor, gets to that left hand. Great find to Broomfield, no good. An offensive rebound by Broomfield. Simpkins with another opportunity. Broomfield another one. Moultrie comes away with it, but Ebert's got the steal, and Chase Ebert's going to go coast to coast.
And there he is again, saves the day. Eastmoor with 5 attempts. They can't get a rebound. Instead, what is it? And not sure, something was said, but they immediately stopped the game. But Eastmoor, 5 attempts on the offensive end. 5 attempts on the offensive end, but Chase Ebert gets the steal and gets him out of it. And that's the spurt ability of River Valley. Eastmoor up 4-3. River Valley, Chase Ebert reels off 6 quick points.
And Ebert's got 5. Eastmoor gets it in, that's Wooden. To Broomfield. Up top, that's Simpkins. Back to Wooden. They're looking to get it down low to Moultrie, but Osting doing a great job in the post. Simpkins. And that'll be an offensive foul on Wooden.
So another turnover, 5th turnover of the night. So Eastmoor, less than 4 minutes in, 5 turnovers.
Ebert to inbound, gets it into Sawyer Weston. Sawyer has it. They'll clear out and let him break it on his own. Sawyer Weston's going to get all the way down low. Kicks it. That's Chase Smith, right wing.
And that's what I'm not sure why more teams haven't done that as far as taking the ball out of Chase Ebert's hands and making other people run the point. We know what Ebert can do.
as they're going to turn it over. It ends up in the hands of Moody. Moody in the corner, down low to Moultrie, turnaround shot.
Well, and Moultrie's always going to go left shoulder, so even if he fakes over his right shoulder, he's always coming back to his left.
Ebert's got a full head of steam. Carter Myers is open in the corner, and it's no good, but Owen Osting's there for the rebound. Ebert can't get the friendly roll. Moultrie's going to come away with it, and we'll have a foul on Osting.
Again, a couple good looks there. They break the pressure. Ball in Ebert's hands. He finds the open shooter. Myers couldn't knock it down. We see our first substitution of the game. Hudson Pollock enters for River Valley for Osting. Eastmoor doesn't run a bunch of diverse sets. It's very similar, 4-round-1 stuff. They may show a little bit of flex, but there you go again, left shoulder. You've got to play him on that left shoulder. Sit on it, make him turn to his right, use that left hand.
Dakar Moultrie doing a great job on the block. Weston has it in the corner, little ball fake, all the way inside. Can't finish though, rebound to Wooden. 9-7 Vikings, 2:40 left in quarter number 1. Simpkins down low, Moultrie, and they're going to call a foul on Carter Myers.
And Eastmoor is really attacking the post defenders for River Valley. Osting a little bit stronger, more physical, was able to get Moultrie off the block. Myers not able to get him out beyond that block. He's catching it deep enough that he can get a make. That time they got him with the foul. But again, he's a 44% free throw shooter. So
and he misses the first.
Sometimes that foul is not a bad thing. He's now just 1 of 3 on the night. Again, I think this is a young guy that has a ton of potential, but he's just so raw right now.
And he'll drain the second. 9-8 Vikings. Ebert brings it across for River Valley.
They switch the ball screen.
Chase Smith can't knock it down. It'll stay with the Vikings.
Vikings just 1 of 5 from deep so far. But again, the law of averages, you keep giving River Valley open threes, they're going to start making shots.
That one's going to be stolen away. Wooden will come away, or Simpkins will come away with it, and he'll travel.
Well, Simpkins is a guy that is feast or famine. He's either really good or really bad, and sometimes it's within the same couple of possessions. He is a roller coaster player that as a coach, you've just got to live with the bad because he'll turn it on and give you several great possessions.
Chase Smith has it now for River Valley. Ebert will bring it across.
Great response, though, by Eastmoor. Down 9-3. This crowd was starting to get rocking. Thought River Valley was going to maybe put them away. Instead, they responded, but great post up by Smith.
Moody tried to draw the charge. Nothing doing. Wooden's got it for the Warriors.
As strong and physical as Moody is, he just needs to go ahead and square up on him and chest him off on that.
Simpkins has it for Eastmoor. Trying to get it down low to Moultrie. They get it to Moody instead. Moody guarded by Pollock. How about the pass from Moody to Broomfield?
And again, that's their game. You know, Eastmoor, no three-point attempts yet tonight. They are a dribble, penetrate, get easy stuff. They cannot shoot the ball well from the perimeter.
Sawyer Weston's going to get to the line on a great left-handed drive. Foul will go on Wooden. That'll bring us into our Marion County Now free throw zone for Sawyer Weston to step to the line and shoot 2 of them. (12-10) Vikings. Sawyer Weston, another
Oh,
opportunity.
he's in early. Violation didn't matter. Eastmoor stepped in early, but
yes,
Sawyer just went ahead and drained it.
13-10, 1:20 remaining on the first quarter clock. River Valley showing a little bit of pressure.
Weston really working Simpkins. Chris Washington in the game now.
Moody has it, guarded by Sawyer Weston. Simpkins might have had a back door. Instead, they get it to Moultrie. Back to Moody. Moody all the way inside. Nothing doing. Hudson Pollock will come away with the rebound. Chase Smith. Chase trying to get it to, I think, Carter Myers in that other corner, and that'll be over and back as he wasn't established.
You know, as crazy as it seems with the score, Eastmoor has to be really happy. They've turned it over 7 times. They've missed 7 wide open layups, and they're only down 3. They've got to be kicking themselves because they should possibly be leading right now. But the bad thing for them is you're down 3, and we know at any time River Valley can just explode and open this thing up in a hurry.
Chase Ebert has it, 30 seconds left. Chase Smith in the corner. Sawyer Weston down in that short corner. He loves that shot. How about that rebound? One-handed rebound and put back by Ebert. He's got 7.
Again, at a time they needed it. That's why he was District 11 Player of the Year.
15 ticks left. Moody's going to lose it. Ends up in the hands of Simpkins. Simpkins spin move. And they'll call a foul down low. We'll take a look at it.
It looked like it was with the body. I thought he was clean up top, but I think they called him with the foul. The official indicated it was on the arm, but I thought it was with the body.
I'd have to agree. It looked like he stayed straight up with the arms. He got into him a little bit with the hips, the lower half, nudged him.
But that's what you can see from Simpkins. One possession, he has a real silly, careless turnover, but then he comes with the spin move, gets to the basket. So, I mean, he's got the potential and makes some great plays.
And he knocks down his first free throw opportunity.
Really important here for Eastmoor. 4.5 seconds to go with River Valley. Plenty of time to get a good look.
Knocks them both down. Big free throws by Simpkins. Ebert gets it to Chase Smith at half. Chase Smith going to get to that right wing. Sawyer Weston, no good. 15-12 our score after 1. We'll be back for second quarter after this commercial break.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Josh Banks alongside Mark Bollinger back inside River Valley High School, where the Warriors of Eastmoor have kept it close. The Vikings only a 3-point advantage.
Yeah, just 15-12 here. But as we've said, Eastmoor's a team that can play really well and then all of a sudden just kind of crumble and fall apart. It's going to be real important to stay close here.
Chase Smith misses. Rebound comes down to Moody, but Smith's going to get in there, get his hands on it. Jump ball will go to Eastmoor.
Well, we talked a little bit about the environment in the pregame and stuff like that, and man, what a difference again. You know, this place at River Valley, you know, good team, and this place was so loud early. Huge advantage for River Valley.
Snyder had it, got it to Osting. Osting to Sawyer Weston. Chase Ebert has it now. Chase going to look to get to that right hand. Kicks it to Eli Snyder. Eli Snyder will float. Can't finish, but he soars for the offensive rebound. It'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with River Valley.
Right now, Vikings just struggling to score other than Chase Ebert.
Chase with 7 of their 15.
Eastmoor 2-3 zone off the inbounds.
And that's
got a
blocked.
piece.
Weston up top to Ebert. Chase Smith. He'll pull up from deep. Nothing doing. Rebound to Broomfield for Eastmoor. River Valley not able to find the touch from long range yet. And that's going to be thrown down low. And that's 2 points for Washington. And it's a 1-point ball game.
How will the Vikings respond? Good back cut, beautiful pass. Owen Osting, gorgeous pass. Chase Smith on the back cut, big answer for RV.
That's how they're going to respond, Mark.
That's what you want to see.
Simpkins has it for Eastmoor, gets it to Broomfield.
But again, the tempo is in Eastmoor's favor. This is what you want to do against a really good team like River Valley. And there's that.
We're gonna take a look at it again.
I mean, I think again,
maybe it's body.
I think as I mentioned earlier, he is just so raw with his left hand. I think he just missed it so badly the official thought it was a foul.
Very well could be. And he'll knock down the first free throw.
So coming in at 44%, he's 3 of 5 on the night from the free throw line.
As Moody checks back in,
now
replacing Broomfield.
Coming into the game for Eastmoor's Johnson, number 3. He is a guy that we'll say he's an instant shooter. I'm not going to say he's an instant maker. He's a guy, though, that is going to come in and let it fly.
Moultrie's going to knock down the pair, and it's a 1-point ball game. Chase Ebert has it for the Vikings. Going to get a screen from Myers.
Oh, offensive. Yep, they got him.
The
other official was going to call it. Didn't call it. This one saw it. And I think it was a good call. He beat him to the spot. He was getting over the top of the ball screen. Chase got his arm out.
Well, and being around the game as long as you and I both have been, anytime you get that arm fully extended like he did, 99% of the time you're going to be the one that gets called for that foul.
If Chase was here, we'd give him a hard time about some of them that he's sold on the charges. Maybe somebody got back at him there.
Somehow, some way, that finds Washington for 2. And Eastmoor's got a 2-point lead, but Carter Myers has an answer.
Not sure who that one's going to get called on. Number 3, it was Johnson. Yeah, it wasn't Moultrie on the block.
Tell you what, Eastmoor's playing a great game here in the first half, but every time they get an answer or get a lead or do something right, River Valley has an answer.
And ball got up top off the missed free throw. Makes it a dead ball.
(19-18) Vikings.
The question again, though, for Eastmoor is we've seen that they've been able to do this at times, but they haven't been able to play at this level for 32 minutes. They'll play this way for 16 minutes, 20 minutes, and then they go through an 8-minute stretch where they're just awful, and that's cost them all year long. So we'll see if they can sustain it.
Simpkin tried to get to Moultrie. It's stolen away by Weston. He'll find Chase Smith. He'll get Carter Myers, left wing, 3-ball. No good. Rebound by Moody. Moody coast to coast. He's got 2. And it's another 1-point advantage for Eastmoor.
Well, they're just attacking the interior of River Valley's defense. They're not settling. They're just putting their heads down and getting to the rim.
Sawyer Weston has it for the Vikings. Chase Smith in the corner. Chase Smith going to pull up from the corner, and he sees one go down.
Pull up is smooth.
So one thing you need as a shooter, see it go through the rim, and that can ignite you. Chase Smith now up to 8. Moody has it. Gets it to Simpkins. There's Johnson. You mentioned him, and he's going to score. And that's going to force a timeout by Coach Brown. It's a 10-6 Eastmoor run.
And what's happening is it's the communication issues on the defensive end for River Valley. Unlike most teams, River Valley switches almost every screen an opposing team runs. This time, or in this game, Eastmoor's setting it deeper. So instead of being around the three-point line, those screens are around the free throw line elbow area. River Valley's not sure if they're switching those deep screens. They're getting caught trailing and giving up the layup. Backside help has to rotate. Again, we talked, they are not shooters, so whoever's guarding that weak side corner, go ahead and slide over and guard that, because that player's not going to lift from the corner to the wing and hit that three. Rotate quicker, you're going to be able to guard that much better. While we finish out the timeout here, a couple of quick little stats here. River Valley just 1 of 9 from three-point line. Eastmoor doing a really good job so far of getting out on those shooters. And then on the other end of things, Eastmoor 8 of 15 from the floor, no three-point attempts. They continue to just attack River Valley inside. They know if it's a shooting contest, they are going to get crushed. So they're trying to take it in and get the easy. With 4:40 to go here. Eastmoor up 22-21.
Sawyer Weston, left wing. He'll pull up from 3. In and out. It just won't fall for the Vikings right now. And Moody's got it for the Warriors. Crossover spin move. Moody. They're going to call Ebert for a foul.
And that's going to be 2 on Chase.
Is that, to me, from our angle and from the replay you just seen, that looks like a travel.
It looked like he was a little bit out of control. But, man, this is going to be a big 4 minutes right now. The heartbeat of your team, the guy that stirs the drink, the engine, is going to the bench with, I'm sorry, that's his 3rd foul.
Yeah, 3 on Chase.
3rd foul with 4:20 to go. Here's a chance for Eastmoor to make some hay. But again, the depth of River Valley, it has been there all season long. Eli Snyder, Luke Axline, these guys have a chance to step up again tonight and play a big role here. They've done it all season long. It's what's made River Valley so special. Here's a chance for those bench guys, again, to contribute and help the Vikings.
As Snyder and Axline both on the floor right now for the Vikings. Eastmoor to trigger. It'll be Simpkins.
Double screen, then backside block, attack.
They're going to get it up top. That's Washington. Gets it back to Simpkins. Gets it to Moody, left wing, guarded by Axline. A crossover. Great hop step. Unable to finish, though. Myers comes away with the board. Luke Axline has it. Gets it to Snyder. Snyder to Sawyer Weston. Weston all the way. Blocked. Rejected by Moultrie.
And Eastmoor's just got to be, again, kicking themselves. Just missed opportunities. Watch later if that doesn't come back to haunt them.
Sawyer Weston has it. Gets it to Carter Myers. Myers back to Weston. Weston looking for that baseline drive. Kicks it back to Myers. To Axline in the corner. Myers, ball fake. Step through, up through. Can't finish, but they'll call the foul.
And, man, if you're Eastmoor or any team trying to pull an upset, you have to take advantage of opportunities. And Eastmoor has had opportunities, and they have not taken advantage. They're up 22-21. It should be about 28 or 30-21. And I'm telling you, later in the game, Eastmoor's going to be kicking themselves for some of these wide open misses.
Carter Myers will step to the line to shoot a couple. Our Marion County Now free throw zone on your screen. looking to give River Valley a 1-point lead with 2 makes.
I'm going to go back to that last defensive possession for River Valley. Great job by Eli Snyder rotating over and helping force the Eastmoor player to take that side step into the jump stop. Ended up missing the layup instead of just a straight line drive. Again, that help side defender, so crucial.
Myers 0 for 2 from the stripe here tonight. 1 for 3 now, and that's a big one as it ties it up. 3:20 left here in the half.
The Vikings defense needs to create some turnovers and some offense.
Simpkins.
Half-court game is not what River Valley wants to play. Defense create offense. They've got to get some turnovers and layups.
Johnson back to Simpkins. Got it to Washington. Left wing. Chase Smith almost comes away with it, and it'll be a turnover as Smith knocks it off.
Well, I'm not sure about some of the other ones, but River Valley got that call. Great play by Smith. Turnover number 10 for Eastmoor.
As that goes off of Johnson, Sawyer Weston will run the point guard duties with Ebert on the bench.
1-4 high set.
Try to get a little flare for Smith.
Yeah, they tried to run him off the little Iverson cut.
Sawyer Weston will float in. He'll see one go down. Sawyer Weston's on the board.
Sawyer pulled up a little bit farther away from the basket to keep the shot blocker away from him.
24-22 now. Vikings back on top.
Can Eastmoor get to halftime, keeping it close? Eli's going to get a 5 count. Oh, he got the foul.
We'll take a look at that one again.
I thought he was going to get a 5-second call, maybe a little hand, but not a ton of contact. Dang, it's something you and I have talked about a lot in River Valley games, is how physical they are. And you've got a crew tonight that's calling a lot of those hand checks that we've seen them get away with during the season.
And that'll be a turnover.
Yeah, here we go. River Valley up 2:18 to go. Can they get the separation? As we've said over and over, Eastmoor gives up big runs. Can the Vikings put one on them here and put this with some separation at going into half?
Stolen away, but Axline got the piece. It'll stay with Eastmoor, but great hustle by Luke Axline to prevent the layup.
Take away the lob here if you're River Valley. Again, make Eastmoor shoot it from the perimeter.
Moultrie saves it, but he saves it right into the hands of Eli Snyder.
There's the turnover. Live ball turnover results in points. You turn it over against River Valley, you're in trouble.
Could have been a travel over there on the other end. No call, though. Moody guarded by Weston, and that'll be another turnover. Eli Snyder is going to have it poked away. It'll end up in the hands with Eastmoor, and it'll be a timeout, Eastmoor.
You can hear the crowd reaction to a lot of this, and I think if you're Coach Brown right now, the first thing you've got to tell them is get your composure and quit playing into the emotions of the crowd. Mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever can be screaming and at the officials, everything else, you have to stay focused and play the game. You can't let external forces impact how you play. The officiating, the crowd, let it go. Let it go. Make the next play.
Play your game.
Composure, composure, composure.
Do what you've done all year. The reason you're 21-2, play River Valley basketball, and you will come out on top. But Eastmoor doing everything right here in the first half.
And I think some of the crowd part of it is a little bit of nervousness because the Vikings just haven't been in close games. Again, just stay with it. Give time. Give it some time. River Valley's going to be able to pull away if they just continue to play.
Snyder's going to get 2 hands on it. It'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with Eastmoor. but that's a huge change of events right there.
Yeah, and Eastmoor making the substitution, getting Wooden back in the game. He handles the ball so much, and tonight the ball hasn't been in his hands a lot. They've kind of altered the way they're playing. He's a guy that was such a good, strong point guard when I saw him. I'm a little surprised that Eastmoor's taking the ball out of his hands.
Johnson has it, gets it to Wooden now, to Moultrie up top.
And again, here's a chance to get a turnover. When Moultrie handles it out there, he's really uncomfortable.
Simpkins will go all the way inside, and there's going to be a foul call.
Again, it was the body.
Eli Snyder's going to get called for the foul. That's his second. 1:06 left here in the half, and now the Warriors are shooting the rest of the half.
Can they capitalize? As we said, 51% on the season as a team. They're now 7 of 9. So way above their year
shooting it well
average.
tonight. They keep shooting it well. It's a 2-point game. Weston has it. He'll just clear out, bring it up himself. Sawyer Weston guarded by Johnson.
Well, Weston can get himself to the post because Johnson's in it.
Wooden gonna draw a foul.
And again, I know there's a lot of reaction to the officiating. The individual that called that foul right there, I've seen him officiate college. He is a really good official. Really good official. Some others, maybe some suspect, questionable calls. He typically does a pretty good job. If he thought he saw that, on that one, I'll agree with him.
Hudson Pollock will come to the scores table as Wooden knocks it in.
But I'm still okay with the foul because of the struggles Eastmoor has from line. Make him earn it. Don't give him that layup.
8 of 10 now from the stripe.
9 of 11.
52 seconds left.
This is a miss. Nope.
10 of 12.
Thought the law of averages was bound to catch up with them.
Chase Smith has it. 45 seconds left. Chase Smith.
And Eastmoor can be really aggressive here. They only
ends
have two
up back
fouls.
with Chase. Axline will hoist.
Huge.
How about
Wow.
the shot from Luke Axline?
That is big. That's the bench play that Eastmoor doesn't have. Axline buries a monster 3.
Simpkins has it now for Eastmoor. 25 seconds.
Don't forget that shot. That could be the turning point in this ball game.
Chase Smith comes away with the steal. Gets it to Eli Snyder to Axline. Blocked by Wooden. Wooden comes out of nowhere for the rejection. 14.4 left, River Valley possession.
Well, and River Valley gets the ball to start the half because of the Snyder defensive play in the jump ball.
Chase Smith can't knock it down, though. Simpkins comes away with it. Simpkins gets it to Johnson. He's a shooter. No good, though. Snyder with the box out. That's a great box out there by Eli Snyder to draw that foul.
Yeah.
That'll go on Broomfield.
One of the things I told Coach Brown in the scouting report was from deep, Eastmoor shooters, not makers. That was their first three-point attempt of the night, 0 for 1 for Eastmoor.
2.4 left, stolen away, and that'll be the half. At the end of the half, River Valley and Luke Axline knocked down a huge 3 to take a 3-point advantage. We'll be back for our halftime stats and analysis after this commercial break.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now. Our neighborhood, our news.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire out the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, knowing not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here, blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
Josh Banks back inside River Valley High School, Caledonia, Ohio, alongside my colleague tonight, Mr. Mark Bollinger. And what a first half we had. Vikings 29, Warriors of Eastmoor Academy 26.
Yeah, really good first half for Eastmoor. They did everything they needed. They played the right way as far as style and how you need to try to be successful to beat River Valley. They didn't let it get into a running game, and that is so crucial because, again, if you try to run with River Valley, they're going to run you out of the gym.
They've done a really good job of just playing their style. As you're going to see, our score by quarter for the first two quarters, the three-point lead comes at the first quarter. That's a 14-14 second for both squads. And stats, Eastmoor 8 twos, no threes, 13 boards, 15 turnovers. 5 fouls, 10 of 12 at the stripe. River Valley 10 twos, 2 threes, 10 boards, only 5 turnovers. They committed 12 fouls and they're 3 of 5 from the line. So Mark, let's talk about it. Both teams halftime adjustments.
Well, for Eastmoor, the first thing, just focus and finish. They had so many missed layups in that first half. They could have easily been leading here at halftime. And then, of course, secondly, value the basketball. You had 15 turnovers. You're not going to pull the upset doing that. For River Valley, defensively, force some live ball turnovers. Try to score off your defense. And the most important thing, keep your composure. I'm sure the coaching staff talked about it at halftime. Keep your composure. You are by far the better team. Relax, focus in, win every possession, and you're going to be able to pull away and take care of this tonight. Interesting right here. Chase Ebert, 3 fouls starting the half. See if Eastmoor tries to go at him to get a 4th foul real quickly on him. But for River Valley, the other thing, composure, close game, finish it, make the right plays.
Ebert goes up and gets that one. Sawyer Weston pulls up, little elbow jumper, no good. Knocked away though, Chase Ebert's got it. Feeds Myers, blocked. Myers blocked again. The big fella gets 2 rejections there, Moody. Little step through and finish, King Moody.
Well, he went right to the block. And again, that's what you're going to see Eastmoor do. They cannot shoot the ball well, but they are getting to the basket.
Ebert has it for River Valley, gets it to Chase Smith. To Chase Ebert in the corner. Wanted to get a little flare for Smith. Ebert will hoist from deep. Nothing doing. Osting almost knocks it away. King Moody comes away with it. He'll step through. They're not going to call it travel, but Owen Osting's got the board. Ebert to Smith. Pull up.
That's too good.
Chase Smith.
He drives his toes into the ground, elevates, and finishes. Beautiful pull up by Smith.
He's into double figures, the first one of the night with 10. Simpkins has it, gets a screen from Moultrie. Simpkins going to put his head down. Blocked
River Valley
by Owen Osting down low.
This first 4 minutes is huge for Eastmoor. Can they stick around? Can you get River Valley to the 4th quarter in a close game?
Sawyer Weston has it, picked up by Wooden. Back to Ebert. Ebert going to get fouled by Simpkins.
And I think Simpkins is just up trying to get into him a little bit, see if he can draw the offensive foul push-off.
Ebert to trigger. Gets it into Sawyer Weston. Weston will bring it across, guarded by Wooden.
We're back going back to the 1-4 set. Look for the 3 ball.
Instead, it's a layup.
Goaltending.
Yeah, that's going to be a goaltend.
Yeah, so they brought Smith off the 3. Ebert just slipped it. They get the goaltending call. Danger zone here for Eastmoor, down 5. They need to answer, or it could be one of those River Valley runs that opens this up.
Wooden has it, gets it to Moody.
Can they handle the ball and lengthen the possession here to take away some momentum? Make River Valley guard for 20, 30 seconds here.
Wooden has it again.
So many times I've seen teams come down and try to shoot so quick against River Valley after River Valley make.
And a travel, there's a turnover.
Yeah.
And now you're giving River Valley a chance.
You do that. If you come down and go fast after a River Valley make, it's almost like a 3-and-out in football. It's just instantaneous turnover, momentum, everything going against you. Eastmoor needs to try to lengthen the possessions in those situations. I just don't think they can handle the ball well enough to do it for that long.
Chase Smith will float. No good. Moultrie with the board. Moody, and it's going to be a turnover. And
19.
that's an unforced error by Eastmoor right there.
3 minutes, 20 seconds into the second half, 4 turnovers.
Eerily similar to the way the first quarter started.
Right, you're on pace for over 30 turnovers. You're not going to win a game against a top 5 team turning the ball over 30 times.
Ebert guarded by Simpkins. Finds Osting, who finds Myers.
Great post-to-post pass. Osting's had some beautiful looks tonight. He's being a facilitator out of the post.
Simpkins has it for Eastmoor. Taken away by Ebert. Chase Ebert with the fancy finish. How about Mr. Ebert's up to 11?
Just a completely different team when Chase Ebert's in the game and playing.
Good move by Brumfield to answer, and timeout. Coach Miranda, 30-second timeout, as that's a big answer for the Warriors.
It got up to 7 after Ebert made the play. Eastmoor was able to answer. I would be surprised if you see Eastmoor start playing almost a one-man zone with Moultrie and kind of daring Sawyer Weston, some of those guys to shoot some threes. Not Chase Smith, but some of the other players for River Valley. Leave Osting open, leave Weston open on the three-point line. Not that they're bad shooters, but just playing the percentages. Make some of those guys make some shots from deep and protect that rim.
Ebert will trigger. They're going to continue the pressure.
I think it's just going to be token pressure again. Going to get it in, back up, just work the ball. And he's really trying to get into Ebert and see if he can get a 4th foul.
Trying to get Ebert to maybe use that off arm, get an offensive foul called. Chase playing smart, though. How about that find? Chase to Chase.
Again, just a difference maker. Here's a travel.
And that's number 21.
21 of them on the night. Oh, Eastmoor's doing so many things right to help them stay in the game, but then they just shoot themselves in the foot. 7-point lead for River Valley. Can they blow it open right here? Finish the third quarter, open this thing up.
Chase Smith gets it into Ebert. Ebert back to Smith. Back up top, Ebert, ball fake. How about that kick to Myers? Myers goes to finish inside. And I tell you what, it's not, he's got 11 tonight, but his facilitating has been superb.
Well, and that time Moultrie was just shielded. He couldn't get over there to block the shot.
Moultrie guarded by Osting, picks up the dribble.
I say dribble was dead.
Gets it to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Smith. Now Osting will switch. They'll do a good job of getting back, though. The big fella is going to finish. Moultrie.
But again, everything's at the rim for Eastmoor.
Ebert gets a screen.
Big screen by Owen Osting.
It's going to be blocked by Moultrie. They got to run out. Little reverse finish, and they're not going away.
Oh, response there. 4-0 run by Eastmoor to get it back to 5. Moultrie, real good job of not leaving his feet there. I thought he was going to go for Chase's ball fake, and Chase was going to get him to foul.
Chase Smith has it right wing. Rips through, and that'll get the foul call. That'll go on Johnson. That's just a good play there by Chase Smith to rip through, force the contact, and draw the foul.
Yeah, Chase created all the contact there. I mean, that was just get into him and get a foul. As we said, Johnson comes in. He likes to shoot it. Not a real good defender on the ball.
Ebert to trigger. Gets it into Carter Myers into the backcourt. Sawyer Weston goes to get it. 3:20 left here in quarter number 3. Sawyer Weston.
And after kind of being in attack mode the first half, Eastmoor's gone away from it a little bit on the offensive end. Oh, he traveled. Yep.
That's almost a thing, and you hear it coming from the fans over here. You're Sawyer Weston there. You great hesitation, pull up jumper.
Well, I think he was afraid the shot blocker was coming over. But if, he pulls up just outside the block, the shot blocker's not going to get to it.
Wooden has it for Eastmoor, gets it to Broomfield. Looking to get it down low to Moultrie. They will.
Go ahead and double him.
Turnaround jumper, no good. Osting with a big, strong board.
Yep, right shoulder. He's not a good scorer.
Chase Ebert has it now to Chase Smith. He'll hoist one from deep. They still can't find it, but that ball is going to go off of Eastmoor, and it'll stay with River Valley.
And that's one Eastmoor needs to have. They did a good job of boxing out. They just let it get to the floor, and River Valley just got a little out hustle. And there's another foul. So we've seen a huge change in the fouls. First half, it was 12-5. River Valley committing 12. This half, River Valley 3-0. Vikings have not committed any.
Ebert gets it to Myers. Chase Smith, a little pull-up. Chase Ebert almost goes and gets the board away from the big fella. Instead, it goes to Wooden. River Valley unable to convert on some of these opportunities to try to extend this lead. Simpkins will pull up from 3, no good.
But that's okay. You went under the ball screen.
Chase
Great
Smith
job
comes
defensively.
Away. Great pass to Osting. Oh, and Osting's got his first 2 points of the evening.
And it started with that play on the defensive end. Chase Ebert went under the ball screen, dared him to shoot it, knowing it's probably going to be a miss, and it was. There you're starting to see the help. Chase Smith sliding over a little bit further.
Johnson has it. Great feed to Moultrie, and they're going to, Came up through the body after he caught the ball, did Chase Smith.
You're still willing to live with that. Yeah, it's only the first foul of the quarter for River Valley, so instead of giving up the easy 2 or on a dunk, you commit the foul. They're not even close to the free throw situation yet.
Simpkins has it. He'll elevate. They're going to get Sawyer Weston on the foul. That's just Simpkins going up through the contact to draw contact, and now he'll shoot 2.
Eastmoor 10 of 12 on the night from the free throw line. See if it catches up to him here in the second half.
In and out.
Vikings have to block out here. Anticipate the miss on the free throws.
Yep, anticipate the miss and make sure that Moultrie does not get this rebound.
Exactly what they needed.
Chase Smith comes away with it, feeds Sawyer Weston, running the floor and finishing. That's when they're most dangerous, when they get out and run.
Yep, and we're up to 9. Can the Vikings get to double digits? If so, it's going to be a long road back for Eastmoor Academy.
Great find there, though, and Broomfield's got himself another. They got a long outlet. Chase Siebert, and they're out and running.
Starting to get this tempo and the style to River Valley's liking. Eastmoor speeding up.
Simpkins answers. Eli Snyder has it. Gets it to Ebert. Back to Chase Smith.
Tempo, tempo, tempo.
50 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Snyder gets it to Myers. Carter Myers, crossover dribble, kicks it. Sawyer Weston, back to Myers. Kicks it up top, Weston, 3-ball. Still can't knock down a triple. 45-38, 30 seconds left here in quarter number 3.
For most teams, I'd say they're going to hold it for the last shot, but I don't know if Eastmoor can hold it that long.
Great spin move, Simpkins.
They don't have to when you get that look.
45-40, we got 19 seconds left.
Look for Ebert to ISO here. Get a one-on-one to finish the quarter. Just let Chase go to work. Our player's better than your player.
Chase Smith, he finally gets one to go, folks. And it'll be how we end the third quarter. We got 1.2 left. Chase Smith up to 15 on the evening.
Again, ISO'd. Chase Ebert penetrates, makes the right read for the open shooter off the screen. Good substitution there. Don't let Ebert get a cheap foul here in the last 1.2.
Axline will come in. Wooden catches it. He'll get to half court. He'll hoist. And it's no good. 48-40 Vikings after 3. We'll be back for money time after this commercial break.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one, I'm the one.
Josh Banks and Mark Bollinger back inside River Valley High School. The Vikings have an 8-point advantage, but these Warriors of Eastmoor are not going away, Mark.
Well, they haven't went away all night. Only down 8. They're hanging around. But can they play for 32 minutes? The next couple minutes going to be important. They get first possession post ISO. He loves that spot on the block, and he got to it.
Snyder has it to Sawyer Weston. Ebert left open. He knocks it down. Chase Ebert, he's got 16.
Again, big shots at critical moments. And the Vikings have had 2 of those. Into the first half.
They're going to call a block on Snyder.
I mean, River Valley, into the first half, 3-ball, nailed it. End of the third quarter, 3-ball, nailed it. That 6-0 swing is huge.
As Smith and Ebert have 31 combined on the evening. Brumfield will trigger.
And just watching this, I know Eastmoor's hanging around. At any point, it just think that it could be one of those where River Valley just explodes and gets it to 20 in a heartbeat.
Weston has it. Sawyer Weston. How about a little scoopy scoop for Weston?
Yep. And this is what you see out of Eastmoor. They play well, and then all of a sudden they go into a lull, and it gets away from them.
It's an 11-point advantage now for the Vikings.
Eastmoor 0 of 3 from three-point land on the night.
Simpkins Great move by Simpkins, and he's going to get fouled by Sawyer Weston as Simpkins really showing a crafty ability to get to the rim.
Well, that's one thing that's surprised me a little bit out of Eastmoor is they have been able to get dribble penetration and beat River Valley off the dribble tonight and create fouls. A lot of these fouls are because of that. They were just simply in attack mode. Was able to get where they wanted on the floor, draw the foul, but now the free throw woes are coming back to haunt Eastmoor Academy.
As he misses the first.
3 straight misses here. You're almost thinking like last night, the game you called, Upper Sandusky, up 10, thought they had it in control against Shelby, and then they missed the last 5 free throws of the game, end up losing. Oh, lane violation. Doesn't matter if it goes in or not.
Yep.
Again, that's the second time tonight they've fallen in there.
Mental mistakes. Ebert to trigger. Gets it into Sawyer Weston. Guarded by Moody. Gets it to Ebert. Chase Ebert will bring it across.
Vikings just so much more comfortable and better when the ball's in Ebert's hands.
Chase Smith. Sawyer Weston. Carter Myers, you left him open. He's going to make you pay. They've knocked down 3 of them in the second half.
And it goes quickly from a 5-point game to a 14-point game.
Simpkins gets it to Moultrie. Simpkins, crafty finish, unable to knock it down though. This time he'll float and score. Simpkins, a really good bright spot for the Warriors.
Yeah, he's played well tonight. He's been one of the guys we talked about that's just getting himself to the rim and making plays.
Chase Smith, he's left open. When they get hot, folks. Chase Smith.
You're not going to beat them if you let them shoot the 3. You can live with 2 at a time, but you start giving River Valley 3 at a time, and you're in trouble.
And now they're going to throw it away, and River Valley's a chance to really blow it open. Ebert gets it into Sawyer Weston.
That was a 22nd turnover of the night from Eastmoor.
Chase Ebert. Chase Smith. He's going to take another one, and it goes in and out, but Owen Osting. How about the big fella?
Offensive rebound, put back. And there was the run.
Time out, Coach Miranda. A 13-4 explosion here in the fourth quarter.
It was a matter of time. You could just see it starting to come for River Valley, just getting some turnovers, getting out in transition, making some threes, getting open threes, and all of a sudden, here comes the avalanche. For all you other folks out there tuning in that are River Valley or MOAC fans in general, last score we saw Columbus Academy 61, Pleasant 12.
A very talented Columbus Academy team, though.
Very talented. Jason Singleton, a lot of you guys out there probably know him from when he played at Ohio State. He's the athletic director there. His son, phenomenal player. I think he's only a junior, though.
Yeah.
I think Nebraska just offered him the other day. Just a great player, and we knew Pleasant was going to have their hands full, but like I said, last we heard 61-12 Academy over Pleasant.
And for all you MOAC girls fans out there, the Lady Colts are up 13-6 at right around the end of the first quarter over Afrocentric.
Well, it's an Afrocentric team that people said if you're going to get them, this might be the year to get them. That they're still good, but they're not the Afrocentric we've heard about. So great start here by the Lady Colts. Let's hope they can continue on and knock off Afrocentric and
we talked about it on our tournament show. This Lady Colts, I mentioned 2 teams in our area that have a shot to make it to Dayton. 3 of them, actually. That was the Eagles of Colonel Crawford. That was these River Valley Vikings. And it was the Lady Colts out at Clear Fork are the 3 teams that we cover that I think have a very good chance to make it down to Dayton this year. And the Lady Colts are on the way. Simpkins misses the 3. Chase Smith comes away with it. ends up in the hands of Ebert. Ebert's going to look to go coast to coast. Great find to Myers, and he'll finish. I tell you what, folks, Chase Ebert's got to have almost a double-double when it comes to points and assists tonight.
And that's, again, why he is Player of the Year in District 11.
Broomfield gets it, Moody, 3-ball, in and out. Broomfield with an offensive board, though. Comes away on the floor is
River Valley ball.
Wooden with the extra effort, and the ball will go over to.
I thought it was River Valley ball, maybe not.
It should be Eastmoor,
okay.
I think.
You talked about the chance to go to Dayton. The path for River Valley has just opened up even further. Last night, the team we expected they would play in the regional semifinals was Jackson. Jackson was about the 24th best team. They got upset, shot at the buzzer by a freshman from an 8-win team, Waverly.
Carter Myers.
Jackson out of there. It looks like Unioto will be the best team River Valley might face as far as rankings until the regional finals.
Chase Smith, I want to say he had like 5 at half, maybe 6. He's up to 20. They have 3 in double figures.
What's the balance? We've seen it all season long.
66-44. Simpkins from the free throw line. No good. Chase Smith with the board. 4:10 left.
Well, Eastmoor just started settling for jumpers instead of getting to the rim. And we said even in pregame, they are not shooters. Well, excuse me, they're shooters, but not makers.
And travel. I'll tell you what, though, you talked about it, and you can see it. This young fella, Moultrie, has all the potential in the world to be a very good D4 basketball player.
Dakar has unlimited potential. He's just so raw. He's going to hopefully fill out a little bit, put on some strength. He has that natural knack to time the ball as far as being a shot blocker. Adds to his offensive game a little bit, creates some range, stuff like that. He's going to be a handful.
Myers wanted to throw that one down. Wooden wasn't going to let him. Now Carter Myers will step to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but we talked about when I saw Eastmoor play Watterson, the 24-2 run that we saw Watterson go on, and that teams could do that to Eastmoor, and they've done it all year long. If I have this correct, 19-2 run right now River Valley is on.
Yeah.
I believe it was 48-42, and now 67-44. So again, just a huge run by the Vikings, putting this one away.
Myers misses the second free throw. He struggled from the line tonight. Little floater by Johnson.
Good shot there by Johnson.
Chase Smith. Weston in the corner. Chase Smith again, 3.5 left.
Yeah, River Valley, work the ball, get what you want. Layups and free throws, open 3. Run your offense. You're up 19. Your ticket is basically punched to the district finals.
And they're going to get Wooden for a foul on Smith. Actually up 21.
Oh, I'm sorry, it is 21. Thanks. Bad math tonight, I guess.
It's the 4th on Wooden, team 3rd. Sawyer Weston has it for the Vikings. Weston. Stolen away. Simpkins poked away by Chase Smith. Broomfield to trigger for the Warriors. Tried to get it into Moultrie, and it'll stay this side as that's off of Osting.
Yeah, Osting, phenomenal job of defeating the screen. allowed him to get through and then deflect the ball, but it all started because he was able to get on that top side of the screen. Moultrie couldn't come through clean.
Moultrie, Simpkins to Wooden.
Well, Eastmoor's now going to go back to playing a little slower at a time that they can't play at that tempo. And
Simpkins going to get called for a travel.
Turnover number 25 for Eastmoor.
But here's the big picture. If you look at Eastmoor, and we'll go ahead and start. We got 2:45 left. Moody, Wooden, and Johnson are all seniors. But Simpkins, Washington, Broomfield, Moultrie all come back. Chase Smith back up top to Ebert, 2.5 left.
Just run offense.
Get an open layup, get fouled, don't force an unnecessary shot.
And get out of here healthy.
As Chase Smith thought about that 3-ball. Ebert has it. Carter Myers. Again, they're going to be content to just run the clock. Ebert to Smith. Carter Myers hangs in the air and finishes. He's up to 15 now.
Carter able to keep the ball away from the shot blocker, using his shoulder to keep him away from it. Converted, Vikings expand this lead to 23.
The foul's going to go on Sawyer Weston over the top. Chris Washington comes back in. And Owen Osting steps back on the floor.
Well, we haven't seen him here in the second half, but I'll tell you what, you go back to the end of the first half. That 3 by Luke Axline when it was 26-all was a game changer. We talked about at the time to remember that because it may be a turning point, and it was.
2 points by Moultrie. Weston gonna get fouled.
Johnson, just a lot of contact instead of beating him to the spot.
Coach Miranda gonna clear the bench.
Gonna get some of his other guys in there.
As Honcho Peoples.
Some seniors.
Jeremiah Douglas. And Muhammad Ndiaye all come into the game. Sawyer Weston has it. 90 seconds left.
Yep, good timeout. Let's get these guys out of there, Rodney. You're up 21. I don't want anybody rolling an ankle at this point.
30-second timeout, and the bench will come in. It'll be Luke Axline, Hudson Pollock, Ian Axline, and Peyton Ross will all come onto the floor. And how about the second half by the Vikings? It was 29-26 at half. It is a 40-22 second half.
Well, again, it was just keeping your composure and playing. Again, we talked over and over. River Valley just so much more talented and skilled, especially shooting the basketball than Eastmoor. It was just maintaining your composure and allowing those things to happen and letting the best team win.
All right, so we got 87 seconds left in this one. We got an MVP to figure out, Mr. Bollinger.
Let me ponder that for a few seconds here. There's a lot of them that could definitely be worthy of that tonight.
Peyton Ross has it, right wing, gets it to Osting. Osting, the starter that remains on the floor. Ian Axline to Luke, back to Ian. He thought about the 3-ball. Gets it to Ross. Luke back to Ian, a 3-ball, short. Hudson Pollock comes away with the board. Luke Axline has it. Back to Ian again. He'll hoist another one. Hudson Pollock, another rebound, and he can't finish at the rim. 40 seconds left. Johnson has it for Eastmoor. He'll get all the way inside, and the young fella's got another bucket. Aiden Johnson, senior, getting some more buckets.
Yeah. Well, it's going to end up around 20 points, but I'll tell you, if you weren't here and you just look at the score, you're going to think, oh, River Valley rolled over Eastmoor. Good effort tonight by Eastmoor. They came in, they played really well for the first half, pretty solid for 3 quarters, and then it just kind of crumbled on them. But the Vikings going back to the district championship game Sunday afternoon.
And you and I are going to be there at Otterbein on Sunday. River Valley victorious, 69-50 over Eastmoor. We'll be back for your MVP interview and post-game show after this commercial break.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
You're watching high school tournament basketball 100% live and free thanks to all of our generous sponsors. Please support those who support your local athletes.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant.
Josh Banks back inside River Valley High School with our Arcelor Mittal MVP, none other than senior Chase Ebert of the River Valley Vikings. Hey, number one, you just said it. You guys needed this test tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it.
We had you 16 points unofficially. We had you for 11 assists. It felt like if you wasn't scoring it, your teammates were finding the shots. What was it like for you guys to really kind of get your rhythm flowing there in the second half after you struggled in half number one?
You know, in the first half, we had some unruly foul calls not go our way, and we knew in the second half that we had to get it going. Whether that's we just needed to see the ball go through the hoop, and then obviously we saw a couple go through, and then we hit a couple more after that, and then it was over.
Mark and I talked about it. I think the biggest turning point of the game was Luke Axline's triple right before half. It was 26-23 or 26-26. He knocks down that three to give you guys a three-point lead. What was it like to have somebody coming off the bench step up? You guys have had a great bench all year and hit a big-time shot like that going into half.
Yeah, shout out to Luke, but he's actually one of the highest in three-point percentage this year. And, I mean, he's hit big shots. I mean, he hit one against Harding that was really big, too. So we all have the confidence in him, and he stepped up and knocked down a big shot.
Now for you guys, you're moving on. You're going to play in a district championship on Sunday. Look to add another number to that banner like you just added a conference title to it. But what's it going to take to be able to accomplish that goal, something that the guy you normally talk to knows all about?
Yeah, we all have a chip on our shoulder. I mean, I'm 0-2 there. A couple of the guys are 0-1 there. I mean, these next couple days in practice are going to be locked in, nothing but focus. And that's all Coach Brown's preaching to us, and that's what we need.
Last thing I'll ask you is I really want to know what that halftime locker room was like for you guys after the way you kind of struggled. I know there's going to be some things that were probably said that we can't really talk about, but just what was the message to you guys to really refocus you, get you not to pay attention to the crowd and play your game that got you to where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, you just said it perfect. We walked in there, he was like, everybody needs to settle down. I mean, we can't react to the officials and make it worse. And obviously we came out, played our game, moved the ball, and then we just got easy shots, and it's easy to build off that.
Chase, you know how this works. It's not your first rodeo. It's already looking at you, man. Go ahead and give some shout-outs tonight.
Yes, sir. Shout out Mom, Dad, Grandpa Eddie.
Hey, that's our Arcelor Mittal MVP senior Chase Ebert. Congratulations on the win, and good luck Sunday. We'll be there.
Thank you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Josh Banks back one final time inside River Valley High School for our Mathews family of dealerships postgame show alongside none other than Mr. Mark Bollinger. And hey, Mark, they're one step away from adding their number to a banner. You were the last one to put a number up there. What's it mean for you as a former coach here to be able to follow this team?
Well, it means the world to me. Growing up in the River Valley district, I mean, there were so many times when I was going through school, being a young kid, watching those older guys, and then got to play here, and then fortunate enough to come back and coach here. And yeah, we were lucky enough, good enough. I had great players and great coaches, and we were able to get that first district championship in 32 years at the time. And now to be able the last couple of years to call the games and stuff like that, it truly means the world. There's so many of these guys who I've known them since they were little. I know their family. I've coached their dads. Some of their dads played with me. Coach Brown I've known forever. I've coached with him. I have former players on staff, so it just means the world. And the thing I love so much about this team is the competitiveness. We talked about it at halftime, regaining your composure, allowing the crowd and everything to go do their thing, let them yell at the officials, just stay focused. But they did exactly what they needed to do. They turned their composure up, turned the emotions down, and just competed. And this group loves to compete, and especially that guy right there, Chase Ebert, man. He is the leader of this team. But again, another step closer. Like Chase said, they've come up short the last 2 years. Viking Nation, get out Sunday afternoon, get to Otterbein, fill that place up, and let's see if we can make that 2007 have company and add another year up there on that district title banner.
And I'll tell you what, if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be this team. You're looking at the final stats, folks. Eastmoor gave them everything they had. 20 field goals, no threes, 20 rebounds. However, 26 turnovers, 11 fouls, 10 of 16 from the stripe. They're 0 for 4, 0 for 5, 0 for 4 from the stripe in the second half. River Valley, 23 twos, 6 threes. They knocked down 4 threes in the second half, and those 4 threes really ignited that run. 25 rebounds, only 8 turnovers. They commit 19 fouls, and they go 5 of 9 from the stripe. The stats say it all, folks. 6 threes to none and 26 turnovers to 8.
Well, if you're Eastmoor, you're riding that bus home. The season's over. For some of those guys, your playing career's over. And the one thing you hate to have in your last game is regret. And unfortunately for some of those guys, I think they're going to have some regrets because they had opportunities galore in the first half to build a little bit of a lead and put themselves in a good situation and put all the pressure in the world on River Valley, and they didn't do it. And when you give River Valley that opening and you don't put them away like that, you knew that the run was coming, and man, Eastmoor did what they've done all season long. They hit that stretch, and River Valley said thank you very much, and they put their foot on their throat, and they absolutely finished them.
29-26 at half, and we're talking about how good of a game it was going to be, and then River Valley goes out, and it's 40-24 in the second half, including a 21-10 fourth quarter. That's what the Vikings have done all year. They don't crumble under pressure. They rise to the pressure, and it's going to be exciting to watch them on Sunday.
And it's so funny looking at my notes, exactly what I had put in Sky Report and on my notes tonight about Eastmoor, that they will crumble, and that's exactly what they did tonight. 2 big plays real quick. Go back and hit this last before we get out of here. The end of the second quarter, 3-ball by Luke Axline made it 29-26. Into the third quarter, it was 45-40. Carson. See, he's been around too long. Okay. Chase Smith, I'm looking at Carson's walking across the floor. I see him and say his name. Chase Smith, off the dribble penetration. Ebert kicks it corner. 3-ball, corner pocket, bang, 48-40. Those 2 threes were crushing for Eastmoor.
You see our schedule for tomorrow. Plymouth and St. Mary Central Catholic, Buckeye Central and St. Paul. That's going to be at Shelby. I will be at Bluffton for Terry Patrick Henry regional semifinal action on the girls' side of things. And then let's not forget the Golden Knights are playing for a district title. They'll take on Cardington Lincoln. Those are the 4 games we'll have for you live and free right here on the OH Report. But we've got more basketball coming up for these Vikings.
Yep, Sunday afternoon, River Valley, they will play either number 5 seed Johnstown or number 6 seed Buckeye Valley. Those 2 teams play tomorrow night. And as we said, if the Vikings can pull off this district title, the path to Dayton is wide open. The door is open. Just kick it in and take advantage of how some of these upsets are falling. It's all in the Vikings' hands, and they have the talent, the coaching, and everything that they need to do it. Can they get it done? We're going to find out Sunday.
For Shane Young on camera, the River Valley man himself, Mr. Mark Bollinger, on color for me. I am Josh Banks. Thank you all for tuning in with us tonight right here on the OH Report. Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors, Premier Optometry Group, Mathews Auto Group, Arcelor Mittal, Krista Smith, the Agency Real Estate Group, Spherion Mid-Ohio, and BS Media Productions. We couldn't bring you live and free hoops without the support of all those amazing sponsors. And we got plenty of tournament action still coming up.
That's right, in River Valley Nation, if you're not able to get to the Reich Center at Otterbein on Sunday to watch the game, tune in here. one way or the other, you're going to get to watch the Vikings go for that 4th district title in school history.
Also, thank you to Sage here at River Valley, the AD. Thank you to the OHSAA for allowing us to bring you these district tournament games live and free. Everybody, I'll be back on your airways tomorrow. But until then, stay safe. Hop on over to our main YouTube where Crestview takes on Seneca East right here on the OH Report.